Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to look at a totally different way to handle your finances. And no, it's not just another tracking app. This is a century-old Japanese philosophy that's designed to completely change how you think about money. So let's get right to it.
First things first, let's ask a question that I think every single one of us has wrestled with. Why on earth is saving money so hard? You know the drill, you set your goals, you start the month with the best intentions, but somehow when it's all said and done, the numbers just don't line up.
So we're dealing with the money management problem. It's a struggle for pretty much everyone. But here's the thing. Just tracking where your money goes isn't always the fix.
Look, a lot of us are actually pretty good at tracking our spending. We've got the spreadsheets, we've got the apps that log every single coffee, but there's a huge disconnect, right? Simply making a list of your expenses doesn't do anything to change your habits. Without taking a moment to reflect, you're just admiring the problem, not actually solving it.
Okay, so what if the solution wasn't more tech, but more introspection? This is where a really thoughtful, mindful method from Japan comes into the picture.
It's called Kakebo, and it's so much more than a budget. It's a whole practice built on 3 key ideas: mindful spending, reflecting on your own habits, and conscious money management. In other words, it's all about being truly present with every single financial decision you make.
And this quote really gets to the heart of it. Kakebo isn't here to make you feel bad about that extra coffee. Instead, it wants you to understand the why behind that purchase. The focus shifts from just doing math to understanding your own psychology. It gets you to ask questions like, do I really need this? Will it genuinely make my life better?
All right, so we've got this incredible time-tested philosophy. Now let's see what happens when it meets modern technology. Let's talk about the digital companion. The goal here is really straightforward: to make this powerful practice accessible to absolutely everyone. The app takes that timeless Japanese wisdom and puts it right into your pocket, combining it with the convenience we all expect today.
So how does the app actually improve on the original? Well, traditional Kakebo is all pen and paper. You do the calculations by hand, you write everything down. It's a very personal, reflective process. The app takes that whole system and digitizes it, giving you awesome perks like automatic tracking, insights into your patterns, and, my personal favorite, some really powerful visual motivation to keep you on track. So, let's pop the hood and take a look at the key features that are really designed to help you grow financially speaking. Right off the bat, you need to know this tool was built for a global audience. Because it doesn't matter where you live, the principles of spending your money mindfully are pretty much universal.
And to prove that, the app supports a whole range of major currencies. We're talking dollars, euros, pounds, yen, you name it. This makes it a super practical tool, whether you're working internationally, studying abroad, or just somebody who deals in more than one currency. Now, this brings us to one of the most unique features in the app: the savings tree. And trust me, it's not just some cute gimmick. It's actually a very clever psychological tool that's designed to make the abstract idea of saving feel tangible, real, and really rewarding. So how does it work? It's wonderfully simple. First, you plant a seed just by setting a savings goal. Then, as you stick to your budget, you're basically nurturing that seed, and it starts to grow. You get to literally watch it get bigger and stronger as your savings increase, which turns saving money from a chore into a really cool journey of growth. Of course, all of this philosophy is backed up by a rock-solid foundation of essential financial tools. You've got your expense tracking, budget management, and spending categorization. But the most important feature on this list is the last one: financial reflection. The app actively prompts you to think about your spending to make sure you're not just tracking numbers, but actually learning from them. So what's the real endgame here? Well, it's all about moving way beyond just tracking numbers on a screen. Because the ultimate goal isn't about having a perfect budget for just 1 month. Not at all. It's about building conscious spending habits that create real, lasting financial health. The app is the tool, sure, but the truly transformative change, that happens in your mindset. And so we'll end with a question for you to reflect on. In your own financial life, are you the one in control, consciously managing your money? Or, if you're being honest, does it sometimes feel like your money and your spending habits are actually managing you? It's a powerful thought, And it's one the Kakebo method is here to help you answer. Thanks for watching.